We are go for liftoff in T minus 30.
Hit the record button.
Gosh, that's swell.
It's a Lowe's Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Italos Black Talk Radio. This is again the new series where you can see me and you can see my hands because I'm a puppet, so I'm always going like. Anyhow, we have Joshua Silverstein. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I am glad to have you and actually be able to see you because last time it was not. I didn't. I guess I'm like 20 years behind, and I didn't learn about Zoom. I knew about Zoom, but you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't.
I know what you're saying. You know, it's funny. I just did a podcast where I've gotten used to the Zoom thing. I've gotten used to the Zoom podcasting, and so I'm used to seeing the person I'm speaking to. And I just did one where the woman that was doing the podcast preferred to not be seen. So, you know, I guess people are doing it both ways. I don't know. You are exactly where you need to be time-wise is my point. Like, you're fine. We're all figuring this out together.
Yeah. Thank you, COVID-19.
Yeah.
You gave me enough time to figure this out. Now it can be all over and done with. I'm done.
Isn't it weird though? It's weird. So I was talking to my mom about this, right? And my mom's an educator, and she has been she retired, but she was an educator for over 40 years. And I remember when we first got our computer for our home, right? I remember when we first got internet, and it was the dial-up internet. And she was so protective of our computer because she was like, "Don't break it." And I was like, "Mom, I know how to use." No, she's like, you're gonna break it. You're gonna push the wrong button. It's gonna explode. I was like, "No, I can figure this out." And she was so scared that I wasn't allowed to turn it on without her watching. Like, it was a huge deal. We got this thing, and it was like, you know, those bricks that you can't get anymore. And I remember when we upgraded to the next Mac or whatever, and it was the same thing. It was like, don't touch it, read the manual, you don't know what you're doing. And now, anything technology, she can't handle. Like anything. She doesn't do social media. She doesn't do, like, she barely does her iPhone. She has a computer that might be 10 years old now, so it's terrible. And so there's something that happens to, I think, adult brains where we just stop absorbing the information. We just go, that's it.
Well, and okay, that's interesting because like my mom, right? And she's trying to pull me back in because I was like, you know, like this.
Yeah.
Was like, stop calling me every day. Stop getting in my life like you are. Anyhow, long story, but then she learns how to text. So now she's sending me emojis. She sent me. She hasn't figured out FaceTime, and I don't want her to. So, and but she figured out WhatsApp.
Okay.
And so, trust me, if they want to do something, they will learn it.
She's doing better than my mom. My mom, she won't even try it. But also it's funny how it's just something like, you would think that the older you are, the more capable you are of all the stuff, because you were young when it happened. You saw it growing, but that's not the case. Like it's almost like the generation before you picks it up, and it's weird. It's like that.
Well, I think we are Generation X, right?
Right.
So I think what happened with us, we were introduced to this in our 20s.
Right.
Or for me, it was like 19 or something. But it didn't really hit me until I was in my 20s, and so I think for us it was a transitional period where we could, like learn it.
Right.
I still don't know much about it. I still don't know how to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
so,
I'm the
but
same way. I like it took me forever to get a website. Like
uh,
I just didn't have the tools. I didn't know. I was just that guy. I was like, I didn't understand. And then I remember because Apple makes everything so convenient that I started working on my own, and it was a terrible thing. I was awful at it. It was just super. I had like 10 pages on the website, and no one was going to go visit this thing because it was just a roller coaster ride of like information. But
yeah,
it's just, I find myself, my kids are more tech savvy than I am. You know,
right.
my 7-year-old daughter can like she
Oh yeah,
picks up her iPad, she's like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo," and she knows where everything is, and I'm just like, how do you help me?
yeah,
But
yeah. Well,
anyway,
and then that's the thing with the generation that's coming. It's like they were born in it. They were born
yeah,
into it. They were literally handed an
yeah,
iPad when they were born. It's like here,
yeah, right.
Google, Google
Google,
Gaga,
yeah, Google Gaga. I like that. Google Gaga.
Google.
That's great, man. So it was a strange time, and my kids are home more than they ever have been, right? So
Oh yeah,
they're embracing technology all the time, man. It's just
yeah,
unfortunately they're watching way more TV than I'd like them to be watching, but
yeah,
it's like when you're home with your kids over 150 days, you're like, all right, fuck it, go watch TV. It's fine. Just
yeah.
leave me alone.
Walking Dead. Walking Dead is fine. Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's go ahead. Just wwhatever you
yeah.
want to watch.
Negan. Yeah, whatever. That episode's
Here's the
fine.
password. Go ahead. Unlock all the R-rated movies. Anyway,
Yeah.
so uh,
Anyways, but yeah. Well, I wanted to let people know that are listening and haven't even realized who you are.
get my name yet. Go ahead. Do the thing.
Who are you? What are you doing in my podcast?
I
Now, your name is Joshua Silverstein, and he has a podcast which I follow. I may not watch every single episode because it's going to be 118th episode. It's going to be next, right?
yeah, yeah. That's right.
And so it's you can't catch up with everybody because it's like there's so many people on TikTok
Yeah.
now.
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok is amazing.
I won't touch it. I'm not gonna do it.
Uh-huh, see?
No.
That's your generation
Yeah,
saying
I'm
no.
not. No, I'm done. I cut it off at Instagram. That's it. It's as far as I go. And I'm not. No more
Oh,
growth.
all right. Well, when you finally get to TikTok, you'll be like, why didn't I do this earlier?
I'm gonna be late. By the time I get to TikTok, there'll be the next thing, and I'll be still like, guys, TikTok. Like, no, it's foo. You gotta get on foo. I'm like, ah,
Right.
foo. I don't want to do foo. I'm on
I
TikTok.
know. Yeah, it's Google Gaga now.
Google, yeah, you have to do Google Gaga. I love that.
We should
Best.
come up with that.
That's the best thing. Google
You
for
heard it
baby.
here first, guys. We
Yeah,
came up with Google Gaga.
Google Gaga. Yeah, we're doing our 118th episode today. Probably in a few hours, actually, if we can get ourselves together. And it's been a trip, man. It's been such a strange journey, politically, emotionally. Like we listen and watch everything, and just decided that we should talk about it to people. And where we are now, it's so fascinating because I'm still not sure Trump's gonna lose, right? Like I'm still not sure, and that is scary. Um, the stuff that
Oh, is it scary or is it not scary? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, and I'm not gonna get political, but
it's okay, it's
we
okay.
have
Go
to
ahead.
because
Yeah.
we have a political platform,
No, it's fine.
and so okay, I see both parties as they have their cons,
You sure?
and some of them have their pros.
Right.
Um, and I have decided to say I'm not nonpartisan from now on
Yeah.
because I am not Republican now.
Right.
I am not Democrat now because I don't believe either one.
Right.
is telling us the truth.
Right.
That's where
Right.
I'm at.
Well, and that's fine. And I think it like what a wonderful place we could be as a nation if we could all be nonpartisan, right? I mean, that's the dream, right? Which is you because if you look at the and I'm gonna do my best to not get
No,
political,
that's all right.
but if you if you look at the system, right, like the way it's set up in regards to people voting and people running on a platform and all the bits and pieces of what it was, because it's flawed, but it was flawed intentionally because we were supposed to evolve with it. And so if you look at it, it really serves us when we're involved, but it doesn't serve us when we are forced to take a lines to the side. Right? We're supposed to be really about voting for the individual, not the party. And so I think we've become too party centric, and so we're missing stuff. And so hopefully this election will shift us into a less party centric administration, because then we can get things done. The problem is there's so many roadblocks because of the Senate and because of so it's just yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but it's just I think if we don't get Trump out, we won't ever get any. We won't get there. We won't get to be in a place where we can make any choices. I mean, there's Trump is going to go before the Supreme Court and talk about the Mexican border wall thing, and it's just like we're still there, and it's just how do we get out of there? We don't get out of there until we get this tyrant out of the office. But anyway, so the show, the show we do.
Anyways,
Speaking of technology, this has been a thing too, man, because we have tried to figure out where the best place to put it is, right? So we started off doing it just on Instagram. And my wife Cynthia is a photographer, and so and I'm
phenomenal. I love
yeah,
her. I
yeah,
love your wife.
she's the best. She's the best.
She's the best.
I got really lucky, and she is. So her and I combined, we get really specific about look and what the image and the presentation. And so we went out and got a brand new camera. So we were hooking the camera up to our computer to shoot on Instagram, and we realized that no matter what you shoot on with Instagram, it always lowers resolution. So we went through that phase. Then we got about a brand new iPad, and it was this whole thing of trying to get the best look, and they ended up realizing that what people really like is just us in our house. So now we're just in our living room. So on our computer, and we're using Lula TV and Facebook, because I guess Facebook is still where people are at. Like our generation is on Facebook still. So you go to Facebook.
Not me.
Not
Not
you.
me.
You're
Not
fighting
me.
it. You're fighting it. But it's weird. Like if you're
I'm there, but I'm not there.
yeah, if you're like 40 and up, Facebook is where people are doing it. But no, not Victor. Everyone.
No, me.
So we.
No, 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 no. I am, and then here's the thing about Facebook. Facebook is, oh my God. Where can I begin? Where can I begin?
The devil.
So
Facebook is the devil.
it's just so stressful to me. Like you can even express your opinion, and I did it one time, and my God. So I stopped going there, and I went to Instagram, which is obviously owned by Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then I discovered TikTok. The thing with TikTok is that you have to find out the right algorithm. Until you get there,
Yeah.
you're gonna get crap.
Yeah.
But if you follow this person and that person and this person, and you interact with them,
Uh-huh.
if the algorithm gets a lot. I'm having so much fun online. I'm having so much fun. I don't have to worry about what they're gonna say, or if they're gonna ban me from
You
whatever.
found your lane.
I found it. I found it. This morning I was I was watching Studio 54.
Okay. This morning you were watching Studio 54?
Yes.
That's really look, no one has ever said that statement ever. This
At
morning.
5:50 in the
What?
5:30 in the morning,
Okay.
I
No.
was doing a party train, and I was watching it, and I was talking. The camera was facing me, but this video came on of these guys on with leather vests,
Uh-huh.
and I had to like flip it so they can see what I was watching. I was laughing hysterically for 5 minutes nonstop, and they were enjoying it with me. They were like, your life, everything was like, and I had to like rewind. I'm like, I have to watch this again, guys.
This is why you like TikTok. This is
Yeah,
what it
like I want to
is.
enjoy myself when I get on social media.
I mean, yeah, Facebook is definitely not a place where you go to enjoy yourself. 100%. I think you go to, you go to dump. Facebook is a dumping ground. Facebook's where you go to go ugh, and then you back out of it. But some
Yeah,
things are on. Like I got friends that do trivia night on Facebook.
yeah.
My buddy Jacob Rubin does a cool trivia night. My buddy Mike Ruby does a great trivia night, a music trivia night on Facebook. Um, it's we're stuck here, and I think everyone's trying to figure out a way, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, to relate and exist with people. And you know, the cool thing is there's so much ingenuity happening right now because of that. There's my wife and I are going to start doing a movie night where we're going to screen black films in our living
Mm.
room. We're going to do it either through Zoom or some social media.
Yeah, Zoom I think is better.
Yeah, we're gonna sit there and like we're gonna invite people to come out and just we'll watch and then we'll talk about the film. So it's kind of like a nice way of getting together and doing
Yeah,
that with people. And AMC is doing this thing too now where you can rent because they're closing, which is sucky, but like you can now rent their theater for like $99 and see whatever film you want.
wait a minute. You talking about AMC theaters?
Yeah, AMC theaters is closing, and so their thing is if you can go to their website, and if you pick up the time and you pick the film, and then you can, depending on how many people are in your party, you
Yeah.
can I think for like 20 people it's like $99. You can all rent out that theater space and watch the film. I
What
mean,
the hell?
yeah, I mean, so things are
I
really
mean, I'm
interesting.
like, what the hell? Yes.
Yeah, like if I miss going to the movies, and so the problem is, of course,
Yeah,
you
COVID.
can't do it in LA because our theaters are so
Our mayor.
closed. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can do it in Orange County. You can do it. You can do it in I
San
think
Bernardino, I bet.
yeah, same right. You can do it in Long Beach, I think. Um, but you have to see, like, if you want to see Tenet, you got to wait until like November because it's already booked up. So you got to get on there now and like pick a date. And there's not many films that are showing that are
Yeah.
great. Because
Well, they can always go back to the archives and just
well,
say,
they did that. Like I'll even tell you what they're
yeah,
showing right now.
but we have
So
no topics, guys. We're just talking here.
I love this. This makes me very happy. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I will
Uh,
watch the Exorcist. I will watch again in the movie theater.
so here's
Well,
what's playing. It's Two Hearts, The Conjuring 2, Hocus Pocus, you can see Jumanji, Jurassic Park, Monsters Inc. You can see Sonic the Hedgehog, Shrek, The Nightmare Before Christmas, The
oh, nice.
Worried Grandpa, Tenet, and Honest Thief, and Curse of La Leona. The Curse. I don't know.
Llorona. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
that one. Yeah, that's actually the La Llorona is like the Conjuring from the Conjuring movies.
Oh, is it the same?
I think so. It's like the same universe.
Oh, okay, so that's what you can go see at the theater. You can pay
Yeah.
$99, invite your whole crew, sit
Hey,
there in your own theater for an
I
hour,
would I would not mind that.
drink and eat a bunch of shit. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. So, you know, stuff is happening that I think is pretty interesting during this time. But
Yeah. Well, we have no Hollywood Fringe Festival, so
no, there's no more. There's no Fringe. They just canceled that officially, right? That just got canceled officially, right? Uh,
well, for now, yes.
yeah.
But and also the theaters are closing. Like, the theaters. I
Yeah.
think the only one that will be left if we reopen will be Broadwater, which is where you were.
Right. Right.
That's it. No complex, no
The
lounge
complex closed.
theaters. Yeah.
I was just talking to the
Yeah.
dude from the
Well,
complex.
I actually follow them on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
um,
There you
so
are.
I know
Yeah.
the deets, and yeah, they closed a lot of theaters in
Do you,
Hollywood
do you
for
feel
good.
like? Do you think that what do you think is going to happen to theater? What do you think is going to be the new? You don't know. Have you?
Virtual.
It's all. Have you seen any virtual theater stuff? Not really.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you not? You're not a fan of it? Do you not? You don't like it that much?
See what happened. Okay, so now we're talking theater. So
Okay.
I was coming up with another show this year,
Okay.
the Mother Trials, and I was gonna be an actor, and I was gonna perform, right?
Okay.
So I wrote it, and then Matt Ritchie, I don't know if you know him,
Hmm.
he was gonna direct it. I mean, it was all going great
Matt Ritchie
until
or Matt Richter?
Matt Ritchie.
Okay. Okay. I don't know Matt Ritchie.
He did he did the show. I don't know if you saw it. Right now I can think, but anyways, he's a great guy and good director.
Okay.
So he was directing me, and he did a great job
Okay.
up until the pandemic. So I still want to do something.
Yeah.
I just don't think that virtual theater is a good venue for me.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
works for some other productions, but not for me.
I've seen some shit. I've seen some crap. I've been a part of.
See?
I've seen some bad stuff. I mean, I saw. There was a. I don't want. I don't want to change
Yeah.
anyone's name, but I saw some crap. But I'm part of. I'm part of Jewish Women's Theater, and Jewish
Hmm.
Women's Theater has been providing a space for Jews of all walks of life to tell their stories through storytelling. And we were doing a show. We were in prep and tech for a show right before the pandemic hit, and we did it anyway on Zoom. And we had, it's a 100-seat theater or whatever, 99-seat theater, and we had 200 people show up to the Zoom to watch, and they loved it. And it's a very different kind of performance because you're just this. You're not doing any. You're just like right here.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
And it's
I get it.
very intimate, and it's very much like it's not TV acting, it's not film acting. It's
Mhm.
pulling from
Yeah.
like it's pulling from your theater instincts and putting it all into this really small camera
Yeah. Yeah.
window. And it worked out great. And we just did a show yesterday to celebrate their 13th anniversary of the theater,
Mhm.
and we had 300 people watching this thing, and it's like a 45-minute show. It
Yeah.
was it was about seven of us in the cast, and there's lots of cool things happening, and there's also they're now making it so if you're on Zoom, you can control the windows. So if I'm watching a show and
Mhm.
you're the director and you want me next to someone else, you can rearrange them. And so I can actually like talk to the person,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so there,
That I've seen that I have seen, and it's cool. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody off, because I know them, and I actually respect their work, and it was a good production. I'm not saying it wasn't.
yeah,
The experience is not the same for
it's
me,
not.
and it's a personal opinion.
Yeah,
There's people that are like, no, this is fine because I get more people now,
yeah,
and it's an open forum, so anybody from different countries can join, like
yeah,
Australia and
yeah,
England. You can log in from anywhere in the world, and
yeah,
except for China.
yeah. Mhm.
So
But yeah, I think, but I hear. I mean, I miss. doing things in front of an actual audience. It's a little weird to perform and not hear the feedback immediately, right? Like you're not hearing the laughter right away. You're not seeing the reactions. You are performing in a vacuum, it feels like. But I also, I mean, say with anything, like we're embracing the newness of what the potentials are, and as a result, we're trying to make it work.
The new normal.
The new normal, because that's the thing, right? We want some kind of normalcy, but we want it to be different than what it was. You know, we don't want the same old fucked up shit. You know, so hopefully it's like that when we get out of this
Yeah,
election season. We'll see, man. We'll
we'll
see.
see.
I was in the hospital, man. Did you know that? I was in the hospital for like a couple of days.
No, I didn't. I mean, I no.
So, I got really bad asthma, and I was in the hospital last weekend, I think, and all the days become one day. And because of the fires and smoke, I was having a hard time through September, and so finally October came around. I was like, I gotta get better, so I ended up going to the hospital. And it's scary now because you go there and there's all these protocols, and you don't want to go to the hospital and leave with something else, right? You want to go and and not come home better than you were. But it's so you're not allowed to be next to anybody, of course, which is fine. But if you're asthmatic, they don't let you use a nebulizer, which is your breathing machine, because they're afraid of you blowing anything out or breathing anything in. So there's not a lot of treatment you can get. So I had to be put into the ER in my own separate room, and it was so intense, and like to have people like work on you with hazmat suits on and like these giant masks,
Wow.
and it's so intense. But you
Yeah.
talk to the nurses and they're like, so many people think everything's okay, and then they walk in here and they got COVID and they get really sick, and they like, so, it's funny, like I almost feel like it's better for us to be concerned and skeptical right now, because that almost means we're better prepared, we're better equipped.
Well, and then there's Hollywood that prepared us for it.
Right, yeah, right, like
Did you not see Pandemic? Okay, yeah, sure. Well, that's what's happening in Outbreak too. And
right, like it's like all the
you
films
know
and
about
stuff.
the monkey scene?
Yeah,
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 that's what
it's real. It's
happened. Yeah,
happening right
that's what
now.
happened. And
Man,
then, Independence Day comes along, and
yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the aliens. I'm waiting for the aliens. Can't wait.
I want to go get out of here too, so
Yeah.
I'm game.
Take me, take me, take me.
Yeah, E.T., I'll go with E.T.
I'm in immediate, in a second, right away.
Right.
I wouldn't even ask where we're going. Do you? Yes, I
Or
do.
The Arrival. The
Yeah,
Arrival. The kids from Arrival were scary looking,
yeah. I
but
don't care.
I'll go with them too.
I don't care. I'll go with Alien. I'll go with all of them. I don't care. Take me with you.
Take me away
I don't care. Let's
till
go.
2025, or just time travel. Like, I just want to fast forward to like what happens in 5 years,
Would you,
or maybe not.
yeah, if you could induce your own coma, would you do it?
Wow.
If you could coma for 5 years?
If Bill Gates behind it, no. Or Fauci,
If Fauci, yeah, if you could do, if you, no, you wouldn't. Coma,
no.
if you could coma for 5 years, you could tell, hey, everybody, I'm going to sleep. I'm not dead. Just going to be taking a long nap.
Yeah.
5 years.
And then that like the movie Forever Young's gonna happen, and they're gonna forget where I am, and yeah, no.
You're gonna wake up 20 years from now. I
Yeah,
just said
where's
five
Ralph?
years.
Where's Ralph? And where's Starbucks? Oh, there's no Starbucks.
There's no Starbucks. It's Ralph Bucks now.
Ralph. Anyways, we have a few minutes. Oh no,
Oh
we have
yeah,
time.
I
We have
see.
time.
I see your. I get the same notification you get, so I see how much
Oh,
time.
you do? Okay. So we got like a few minutes. Anyway, and so how do people follow you? Before I forget, because I'm
Yeah, yeah,
gonna.
yeah. So if you are interested in seeing what my wife and I do with the news, and also my comedy partner Joe Hernandez Kolsky, you can go to uh, at the Joshua Silverstein on Instagram, the Joshua Silverstein on Facebook, and you can go to thejoshuasilverstein.com. So all that stuff's there. There's a giant garbage truck driving by right now, so you might hear that. But
I can
it's
barely hear it.
it's all there, and there's also a cool project that Cynthia and I are doing that I haven't talked about to anybody that you might be seeing come November or December, where you'll see our whole family. I'm saying it here first. So
Hey,
fingers
exclusive.
crossed. Yeah, right. Fingers crossed that's gonna happen. Um, we don't know. We're still in the paperwork phase.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we don't even know what's gonna happen in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, it's scary. Like,
There may
okay, I
not
don't
be
know.
paper anymore.
Well, there's no more cash.
There's no more cash. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. That's the thing, man. You don't know. You
No.
just don't know what's gonna happen.
It happened to me. I went to Starbucks and then they're
Yeah.
like mobile orders only.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and I'm like, what if you don't have a card? If you don't have, you know,
Yeah.
if you don't have a bank account or if you don't have a PayPal or you're not in the system, and so you're out of luck.
Yeah. If you're not in the system, you don't need coffee. That's the point. That's what they're trying to say. You don't. If you're not in the system, you don't need coffee.
Well, you know what I mean. Like people that want cash, they want to pay cash.
Oh, I'm the same. I hear you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I heard years ago that they were gonna get rid of the dollar. Like that was the plan years ago. And so,
Yeah.
we're not far away from it. Um,
But when we fast forward 5 years from now, we'll be like, what is cash?
yeah, after your coma, when your coma's over and you've
Yeah,
woken
and
up
it's
from your
like I
retirement,
have some money here.
what is that? What is this cash?
This is
Is this,
worthless.
is this art? What is this paper you have in your pocket?
Yeah. So
Cash is
pandemic. They're gonna burn it. In front of you. No,
for fuel.
donation.
It's gonna be for fuel.
Yeah,
Money's disgusting though. Paper money is
it
disgusting.
is.
It's pretty gross.
If you really think about it, it is disgusting.
It's no one ever washes it. It's the dirtiest thing I think.
Right. That's right. Never. I
Yeah,
never thought of this.
yeah, it's never. Everyone holds it. It just gets passed from person to person. Like you gotta think that the guy on the corner who you saw
Okay,
reach
stop.
into his, you saw him. You saw him ask for a dollar. He got the dollar. He put it in his pocket and he reached into his pants and he scratched himself. You saw it. That
Hmm.
dude used that dollar and bought something, and that dollar didn't get thrown away.
And then
It got
He ran out of toilet paper too.
he ran to the paper. He didn't wash. He never washed his hands. He never washed his hands. That dollar is in your pocket. You don't even know. You don't even know. It's gross.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna burn my cash.
It's disgusting. They don't wash it. They say don't wash. You're supposed to wash money because like you run the risk of like
Wow.
yeah, it's that. Yeah, so
You must be a germaphobe.
I am.
Okay.
I am. I am 100%. I'm 100%. We're getting our bathroom remodeled,
Mm.
and I'm this is kind of stupid. I don't want so right now we have a tub and a shower separate, and our home is like 100 years old. Like it was built 100 years ago, and so the architecture of the bathroom is the tub faces the bathtub. So if you're in the bathtub and you look right here, to the toilet right here. And I think that's gross because I don't want to look at where people poop. Now, my wife and my kids and my mom was like, "What's wrong with you? It's fine. No one cares." Like, no, I don't want to. So we've gone through this whole thing of trying to rearrange the bathroom so that I don't have to look at the toilet. And so now, so we're finally there. But what's been really interesting about it is we've been trying out toilets. And so it's just me sitting on toilets in various stores and going, how much room do I have when I'm sitting here between me and where I'm showering and everyone? Yeah. 1
There you
minute.
go.
It's very stupid.
On that note,
Yeah.
well, we can do a part 2.
Part 2, number 2.
Number 2.
Part 2, number 1 or 2.
How do you see this coming at the end of our show? But we started with Trump.
And we ended with shit.
How do you see this coming, guys?
We are go for liftoff in T minus 30.
Hit the record button.
Gosh, that's swell.